Okie dokie, I think we're live. I think we're good. I think we're getting things moving. Hope tonight finds everyone well. Hope you have been having a good weekend. D Live is dead. All right, let me see. D Live should be live. If D Live is dead, there's a limited number of things I can do to try to fix it, though I can attempt it. Because D Live is picked, so I'm gonna deactivate it and reactivate it. We'll see if that fixes D Live. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, there's probably not a lot else I can do. I do like that Beam lets you deactivate and activate on the fly, though. That is a very nice change. Without breaking it. That's fixed? Cool. Okie dokie. So, tonight we've got some rants. Reaction to the Fat Electrician, who we have not reacted to in forever. Then Minish Cap and Chrono Trigger. Hello, kitty. So we're gonna get the negative rants out of the way first. One is less of a rant and more of a heads up. Please check out the recent stuff with the Unsubscribed podcast. There is a big thing going on about, for lack of a better word, or lack of a better way to put it, authority figures protecting some really not nice people in a school system. And earlier today, they just dropped a massive overview of evidence and proof of what's going on, because those authority figures were looking to basically try to sue them into silence, saying this is defamation, you're just making stuff up. And they just dropped a ton of evidence, a lot of it coming from this guy right here. Look, you don't go up against the Fat Electrician. He will out paperwork you in the worst way. And so they're now kind of stuck being caught. I did consider reacting to it tonight, but it's an hour-long video, and it would mostly just be me watching, because I really don't have a lot to contribute to that. So this is me saying, please unsubscribe podcast. Go check their stuff out. They all have like his kind of delivery, which I know some people try to go, oh, they're not very professional. I promise you, they might not act very professional all the time, but they are very good at what they do and very, very serious when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, shout out to them. The other, that's not really a rant, that's just a long try to push towards people towards them. The actual rant is something I'm seeing in the news lately, which is not technically related to them. It's kind of related to this guy in terms of what job he has, but only sorta. I am now seeing in the news that they're now trying to take this absolutely boneheaded angle of people don't want to go to college because of grifters like Andrew Tate. And it's a whole bunch of articles that all follow the same thing. Some of them very clearly are just copy-pasted from each other, like the news tends to do these days. And that people like Andrew Tate have convinced people that college isn't worth it. No, that is not it. College isn't worth it, so people are going to listen to people like Andrew Tate. That is the order of operations. Colleges have grown massive in cost and provide very little for most jobs these days. I'm going to use myself as an example, where I have a degree in computer science. It is a full accredited degree. Do you know how much of that degree my job that I currently work at uses? That the college actually taught me, which it's a fairly well accredited school. They have a great reputation. One of the professors is literally, or was literally, the best in the business. I don't know if he's been overtaken, but he'd still be pretty up there. And their standard is set by the state/national standard for computer science. Guess how many courses taught me what I use in my job? There's a chat delay plus the time to type, so I don't know. I don't know how long I should wait for this. The answer is 1 elective course that was only worth half a credit. Actually, it might have only been a quarter of a credit now that I think about it. It was a single elective course that was not even worth a full credit. It was, I think it was actually down at a quarter, where I learned Fortran and machine code and other ancient coding technology. That is the only thing in all of college. And people try to make the argument of, oh, you were taught how to think like a programmer. You know what you should have then? A course on thinking like a programmer instead of all of these other courses that are like, well, you'll learn these languages while you learn to think like a programmer. I got very, very lucky. My first year, I went to, I did my first year, 2 semesters of college, which was basically just the intro things. The only computer science anything I had was 101. I went to my first internship. There was 2 of us there, me and a guy who was going into his senior year. And it was actually in the industry I work in now. I did not actually think I was going into this industry, but it was what I got accepted for, so it was the internship I went to. And we went, we studied, we went on our first day, they toured us through the whole thing and talked us through everything, and stuck the 2 of us in an office together to sort of go over things. And I didn't have any idea, but the guy who's going into his last year, and he went to a technical college. I went to just a general purpose college. He went to an actual technical college. And he looks at me and he says, my course, I haven't learned any of this. None of this was in anything I've studied. And he was scared. Because while I thought I was going to end up going into game programming, he was going into this industry. That was his plan from the beginning. And he was terrified because he didn't learn anything that taught him anything that they showed us that day. And we spent the entire internship comparing notes and compiling a list of things of what we were learning here, or of what they were requiring there, so that we could teach ourselves it. Because even though I wasn't planning to go into this industry at the time, I was thinking, oh crap, if he went to a school for this and it didn't teach him anything, I have no idea what to expect will actually be worth it in my own coursework. Because him going to a school that specializes in sciences and engineering, he should know something. And he flat out said nothing. Absolutely zero. And he wasn't anticipating his final year to be bringing in anything new. And he was right. He took all the required courses. I got lucky and took an elective just because I thought it was interesting and I liked the professor that taught it. That's what got me my current job. And that is more or less the standard for college courses. That's not just a computer science problem. That is an every subject problem, where what the college wants to teach, what the college is told to teach, is different from what the actual job entails. Not to mention all the jobs that now look at you and go, oh, well, it's an entry-level position. Where's your 5 to 10 years of work experience? There's a story that goes around, and it's a true story, that goes around in the computer science and programming circles of a man who worked at a job and literally invented at his job a programming language. And when he left that job to go to another place using that language, he couldn't get the job there because they wanted more years of experience in the programming language that he invented than the language had existed. And that's just how jobs are when it comes to this kind of stuff. And we're in an environment where the colleges don't care what jobs actually need in order to succeed. The colleges have massively exploded how much money they're getting paid. The banks that give the loans, because federal loans are not given by the federal government. That is a huge misunderstanding. Federal loans are given by private banks, and the federal government says that they will enforce it. So those private banks are making a ton of money. I have a whole video on this, and I explain how they want as many people to go to college as possible because they are getting rich off of people going to school. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but Harvard is whining about the loss of federal funding when they have multiple $billion in an endowment. They are fine without the federal funding. That was it 50, something like that. Anyways, point is, these colleges are making an absurd amount of money. The banks are making an absurd amount of money, and that is what they are after. They're not actually after any kind of education. And articles like this that are trying to say, no, you have to go to an education because these horrible people are the alternative. They aren't the alternative. They're just capitalizing on what's going on. The real alternative, which is much more terrifying, and they won't even mention in news articles because they don't want you anywhere near them, is the trade schools. And I'm at the trade schools and the general trade professions. Blacksmiths, plumbers, farmers, carpenters, construction, all that stuff. And I'm going to use an example from a friend, a couple years old now, but I think it still stands, who went and became a blacksmith. And because he didn't have a job, he didn't go to college, he was straight out of high school, did not have the greatest, didn't have the greatest grades. I'm sorry if you're listening, but you and I know it's true. But that you said from the beginning that was never your plan, and so I hope you don't mind me telling your story if you're listening. He went to the local Smiths in my hometown. He just walked in and asked if they have a job. And the guy in the head office just told him, follow me, walked him around back to where they're working on all the metalwork. And it's not all hammer and anvil like what you think of with a blacksmith, but it's still very, very heavy physical work. And walks him over to one of the Smiths who's doing his job, introduces him and says, this guy wants a job. You come tell me what you think at the end of the day. And just left him there. And what ended up happening was my friend spent the whole day effectively being a gopher. They'd tell him to go do something, to go get something, whatever, and he'd just run around do it. And, you know, he's thinking, oh, this is some unpaid easy work. Easy work. It's a lot of running around, still a lot of physical work. Didn't really know where this was going, but he didn't have anything else to do that day. He was just trying to find a job someplace. So they gave him something to do for the day. At the end of the day, guy walks in, shouts over, what do you think? The guy that he was told to listen to, thumbs up. Boss looks at him. be here at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. You have a job. They wanted to know if he could keep up with the demand because it even when you're not one of the metal workers, it's a very physically demanding job. You're always moving, you're always doing stuff, you're carrying heavy things. They wanted to know if he could follow instructions without being babysat, which he could. They told him to do something, he went and did it. If he didn't know how to do it, he asked a question, they'd show him how to do it, they only needed to show him once, off he went. That was his job application, was spending, I don't know, 5 hours or so doing what they told him to do and proving that he could do what they told him to do. So then he basically got a job doing that for a while, and then when they thought, okay, he's ready for it, we're going to stick some tools in his hand and start showing him. He's going to watch and learn. He's going to learn on the job. That's how so many of these trades work, is they just sit you down and say, okay, you're going to do what I say, you're going to watch what I do, and when I think you're ready, I'm going to stick a set of tools in your hands, and we're going to see what happens. And if you do well, you're going to have a trade. That is how that works. And we have a massive shortage of people who can do that kind of stuff because everyone is convinced they have to go to college. And that's why often services from so many of the trades cost so much, because there's tons of business and not enough people doing it. And they get good pay. And, a lot of people are like, oh, boo-hoo, you're a plumber, or whatever. That plumber's going to be real important the moment you need them. Any trade suddenly becomes the most important job in the world when you realize you need them. So, since that is not the angle that article went, oh no, you have to go get a job. You have to go to college. You have to go get a college degree in order to get a job. You can't be listening to these grifters saying you don't need to go to college. It's not that the grifters are convincing people that they don't need to go to college. It's that the colleges and the job market has convinced people they don't need to go to college, and the grifters have showed up trying to capitalize on that. Get it right. So there's my fat electrician type rant in terms of something I saw that just ground my gears. Not as good a presentation as Nick himself. Nick is far better at this than I am. And he's an example of that. He's an electrician. How do you think he got that job? And my understanding is he's a darn good electrician who now happens to have a YouTube career. So, yeah, that's my little rant on seeing a different kind of grifter, let's call it what it is, trying to hold on to their position. So there's going to be some people unhappy about that. I know I'm a small-time nobody. The authority figures love to dismiss anyone who doesn't present on in their version of proper, yada yada. This is me at least hoping someone will understand that no. Don't listen to them when they're talking about that. There's some really good work out there, and they need people. If I wasn't doing what I'm doing right now, and I wasn't gunning for a content creator career, I probably could have ended up like that. There are times where I actually really do wish that I had picked that route instead, but that's a whole different story. So that is my pre-stream rant, I guess. Pre-stream rant? The stream has started. that is my rant. That is where I stand on things. I guess while I'm thinking about it, I forgot to mention that I am working on plans for extra streams for Beam, and the thank you for blasting through the monthly goal. And we will be returning to that. In the meantime, let's see what Nick has. I'm sure he'll be much better at what he has to say about this than I will. Been ranting for over 20 minutes. Get some pictures to make it more interesting. You might have something. Maybe I will. Someone wants to edit that for me, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, I will edit that whenever I get to edit that. But yeah, there is my angry rant about grifters complaining about grifters, basically. Now, for this, we have the Fat Electrician talks about Waffle House, the Roman Colosseum of the South. Waffle House food is great. And something that I know going into this, I haven't seen this video, but something I know about Waffle House going into this is they will stay open through almost anything. There's a thing called the Waffle House Index. It's a legitimate thing where they basically say, depending on how Waffle House reacts to a disaster, that is how you know how bad the disaster is actually going to be. Waffle House almost never closes. So if Waffle House has to adjust their hours for any reason whatsoever, suddenly eyebrows go in the air and people start thinking, we might be in trouble here, folks. And if Waffle House does close for any reason, that is when you panic. I have seen Waffle Houses smashed. Okay, completely smashed. And rather than close, they brought in a food truck and said, nope, we're open regular hours, you're good. Waffle House don't close for anything. If Waffle House is closed, you're probably screwed. So, I hope that he talks about it. He'll probably talk a lot about the history of the restaurant, which I don't know much about. All I know is they have good food and the index. It does. Yeah, it does close you best. Yeah. In fact, with the hurricane alerts that we just had it's this past summer. Well, I realize that we're going into the next summer now. The hurricane alerts that we had this past summer. People wouldn't evacuate until local Waffle Houses announced that they were closing for the hurricanes, and then they got out of there. It took telling people, no, you don't understand. The Waffle House is closing. Not just adjusting their hours. It is closing to get people out of the way of the hurricane. I hope let me double check my audio quick. I think we're good there.
Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I actually debated on which channel I was going to upload this video on because on one hand, we're going over a business and the business model that it has. But on the other hand, this restaurant is basically the Roman Colosseum of the South. And I'm pretty sure if you eat there enough, you actually get a deployment patch from the US military. Regardless, I wore my schnazziest tank top for the occasion. Today we're talking about Waffle House. Okay, just to be completely clear with everybody, I was pretty sure I was not going to get caught off guard because Waffle House is already absolutely crazy. I started looking into it and then found out that Waffle House is somehow connected to the Manhattan Project from World War II. So they managed to actually surprise me, and we're going to get...
Okay. Started off strong. I didn't see that one coming.
Get to it right after a word from our sponsor. Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need a boombox.
Okay, I can go get you one.
Perfect.
All right, I'll go get it now. Love you.
Love you.
All right, bye.
1 hour later.
Where's that boombox that I asked for?
Oh, it's right here. I got it for you.
What is this?
The boombox.
No, I wanted something to play music with.
Oh, that kind of boombox. Yeah, I got this instead.
Okay, we'll go to the store and get me a boombox so I can listen to music.
Can I keep this one still?
I don't care.
This video is brought to you by Delete Me. Okay, super simple business model. You give them money, they turn around and they make sure that online data brokers are not selling your personal information online. Okay, here's the deal. Pretty much anytime you use a free service on the internet and you click that little box that says, I agree to the terms and conditions, you've basically just agreed to allow them to harvest as much of your personal information as humanly possible. They then turn around and sell that to online data brokers, and that's how they can afford to offer you a free service. But when you have Delete Me, they go and they monitor all of these online data brokers for your personal information, and then if they find behind it, they submit all the opt-out forms on your behalf, so they have to take down and stop selling that information. So when you buy Delete Me, you're not actually buying anything, you're just buying your way out of all the negative consequences of all the free shit that you've already gotten. And because they continue to monitor those data brokers, you're buying yourself out of all the future negative consequences of all the free shit that you haven't even gotten yet. So if you want to give Delete Me a try, there's going to be a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, Waffle House. Our story begins with a gentleman by the name of Tom Faulkner. This man graduated from law school at 23 years old, passed the bar, and immediately gets drafted in 1940 in the days leading up to World War II. Because he graduated from college, he's presented with two different options. He can A, go straight into officer training, and that's a 3-year commitment, or he can just be a normal draftee and go in as an enlisted soldier, and that is a 1-year commitment. Now you gotta remember, at this point in time, like 1940, while World War II is currently going on, America's not involved yet. The attack on Pearl Harbor has not happened, and prior to the attack on Pearl Harbor, the American people did not want to go to war. Because of that, Tom Faulkner figures, hey, we're not actually going off to war. I don't want to waste 3 years of my time just being in the military, not actually, fighting a war or whatever. So he chooses to be a draftee. Goes into the military as an enlisted soldier, E1 private. From there, goes off to basic training. As soon as he gets through basic training, the attack on Pearl Harbor ends up happening. America enters the war. He immediately opts to go into OCS training and commits for 3 years. After he completes the officer training course, he actually gets slotted.
Quick aside, as someone who has not been in the military but knows a lot of people that have been in the military and has heard them talk, if you're an officer candidate, you can kind of do some negotiating on your contract in the military. You actually want to do what he accidentally did. You want to do basic training and then go into the officer stuff, because something that I hear over and over and over again is to learn, that the basic training is going to give you a new perspective on how things, work from the grunt side of stuff, as well as just teach you a lot of the practical in the field, how not to get killed type stuff that, the officer training's like, well, theoretically, sorry, my eyes, you will not be, you will not be in the front line. That's what the grunts are for, though, of course, in practice, unless you're like a super high ranking officer, you're probably still going to be in the front line somewhere. So just as a heads up to anyone who sees this, who is thinking of joining and is an officer candidate, see if you can negotiate some basic in with your training. Something I've heard from many people, one of whom retired as a general, is a very good and welcome idea. Though, again, this is coming secondhand. I cannot personally speak to this. I can only say a story that I've heard several times.
To go into OCS training and commits for 3 years. After he completes the officer training course, he actually gets slotted to be a counterintelligence officer, where he does, and I quote, a lot of top secret stuff.
You see, my identity must remain mysterious and my mission secret. I cannot reveal it to you.
You can actually tell in the interviews that he gave later on in his life, like in his 70s, 80s, and 90s, that he's still not sure what he is and what he isn't allowed to talk about. But he did end up telling us that basically it was his job to try to sneak onto military bases, not as military personnel. So he would basically disguise himself as like a painter or a carpenter or whatever, and try to infiltrate a U.S. military base to expose weaknesses within the system to help counteract enemy spies.
Penetration testing. That's a really important, really good, and something I hear from quite a few people, really fun job.
So he does that for a couple of years, and then one day he ends up getting orders like, hey, you're going to Knoxville, Tennessee. And he's like, okay, for what? And they're like, don't fucking worry about it, just show up. So he shows up in Tennessee and he's given his orders, and those orders, I'm paraphrasing here, but they're essentially, hey, here's your partner. You two are gonna hop in that truck and you are gonna drive it from Knoxville, Tennessee to Los Alamos, New Mexico. You guys are gonna dress in plain clothes. You're not gonna look at what's inside the truck. You're not gonna talk about what's inside the truck. You're gonna take this map and take that exact route. This route avoids every major city and every major highway. You were going to drive straight there.
They're hauling nuclear material.
53 hours straight, taking turns sleeping in the passenger seat and not stopping for any reason whatsoever. And he does this for the next year and a half, pretty much non-stop. And then like 20, 30 years after the fact, he finds out that he was actually hauling the majority of the enriched uranium for all of the nuclear testing and the building of nuclear weapons.
What'd I tell you? But not like that wasn't too obvious, if you know any details about it. But still, I did call it.
Majority of the enriched uranium for all of the nuclear testing and the building of nuclear weapons. Which, as we all know, brings about the end of World War II, at which point he gets out of the military, moves back home to Atlanta, Georgia, starts helping his dad out with his real estate agency. Now, he does that for about 10 years, and during this time, he ends up selling the house right next door to his to another guy by the name of Joe Rogers, and they pretty much become best friends. Joe Rogers was also an Army veteran. He was actually a pilot that flew B-24s in World War II. When Joe got back home after the war, he did not want to go off to college, so he actually just took the first job that he was offered, being a short order cook at a now defunct restaurant chain known as Toddle House. He worked his way up, becoming a restaurant manager, then eventually becoming a regional manager. And then one day, his neighbor and best friend, Tom Forkner, real estate agent, always looking for the next investment, comes to him and is like, hey, I'm thinking about opening up my own restaurant. I can get the real estate deal going on that side. I just wanted to know, like, if I opened up and bought a franchise of Toddle House, would you be willing to run it for me? Now, at this point, it's like 1954, 1955. Joe Rogers has a ton of experience inside the restaurant industry, and he basically tells his best friend, like, hey, don't open a Toddle House. You should start your own thing. Toddle House's business model isn't that great. If you start your own restaurant, I will help you run it. He then goes off on vacation with his family, and by the time he comes back, Tom Forkner has already bought the real estate and comes to Rogers and is like, cool, what's the business we're starting?
Where's Pancake's house?
What?
We stop at Pancake's house.
And within the span of like 6 months, the very first of what is now the legendary restaurant chain of Waffle House opens. And Waffle House is legendary, probably for all the wrong reasons. I mean, even if you've never been to a Waffle House, you've heard
The Waffle House Index probably is up here. It's like, yeah, that's not a reason you want to know about a restaurant, but sure.
Waffle House is legendary, probably for all the wrong reasons. I mean, even if you've never been to a Waffle House, you've heard about Waffle House because, well, I mean, Kid Rock got in a fight there. You've got Haley Booth, the viral Waffle House known as the last chairbender. There's
That fight's
subreddits and YouTube
fantastic.
channels almost exclusively dedicated to all the fights that break out at Waffle House. I remember the first time I went to a Waffle House. I stretched first, I grabbed a GoPro, I was ready to yell World Star, Nothing exciting happened. I just had delicious breakfast at like 3 o'clock in the morning, which is probably 99% of people's experiences because despite all of the negative PR, Waffle House makes a ton of money and has an incredible business model. Okay, Waffle House had about $1.4 billion in revenue last year, which is about $650,000 per location. And when you take into consideration that each Waffle House is absolutely tiny, that's really impressive. Out of their 2,100 tiny Waffle House locations, their yearly stats are 58 million cups of coffee, 124 million waffles, 153 million servings of hash browns, 272 million eggs, which is about 2% of all the eggs consumed in the United States of America, and 85 million strips of bacon. Yes, I did the math. That is about 8,000 miles worth of bacon.
I worry what you just heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs. What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
So Waffle House is obviously doing something right. What exactly are they doing? Well, it all comes down to their business model and their branding. Now, with the Waffle House branding, all the negative PR about fights always breaking out at Waffle House, in a way, has actually helped them out a ton because Waffle House, by and large, is pretty much a regional chain. It's primarily down in the South. Yet, Waffle House has become a household name pretty much everywhere in America. You could have never even seen a Waffle House, and you already know Waffle House is open 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and they serve breakfast. Why do you know they serve breakfast? Because their name is fucking Waffle House. I mean, look at this sign. You're driving down the road, you see that, you know everything you need to know. They sell breakfast. The end. Do that with another breakfast place. If you're not from there and you don't know what a Denny's or a Perkins or an IHOP is, you have no idea. It's just a restaurant. Maybe. Waffle House, they're selling waffles, which means there's like a 99% chance they sell other breakfast food. Fucking sold. I'm in. So already, the branding is absolutely incredible.
I never thought about that. Denny's and Perkins is like, okay, yeah, that's a name restaurant. If you don't know they're a diner, you're not thinking diner food. Certainly don't know breakfast. How many people don't know what IHOP stands for? I never thought about that. Because IHOP does stand for something. If I happen to be talking to anyone that doesn't know what IHOP stands for, I'm gonna give a sec, just in case. Before I say what IHOP stands for, someone's probably Googling it. Okay, I stand very corrected on this. IHOP stands for International House of Pancakes. Yeah, Blue Kitty has it. There was like that April Fool's Day when they said they're doing burgers instead of pancakes, and they changed the P to a B, so it was International House of Burgers. But yeah, it's an International House of Pancakes. I never thought about the fact that there's probably a lot of people that don't know that IHOP is actually an acronym for something. I never thought about that. That's just neat. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible branding when you realize that, but it's a neat fun fact.
But here's the true genius of it. Why did they call it Waffle House? Why didn't they call it Breakfast House or Bacon House or Hash Brown House? It's because waffles had the highest profit margin. I cannot stress to you enough how absolutely genius that is, right? Because you don't need to sell breakfast, all right? Everybody's already in on breakfast, okay? I could be blackout drunk at 4 in the morning and you could ask me, hey, do you want breakfast? I'm coming up like the Undertaker every single time. And then you go, the only thing open right now is Waffle House, okay? I was already sold on breakfast from the get-go, but because Waffle House is where we're going, guess what I'm getting? A motherfucking waffle, and they're making more money. It makes sense that Tom Faulkner was a...
He's right. When I'm sick, I almost exclusively eat breakfast for whatever meals that I can actually eat something.
And guess what I'm getting? A motherfucking waffle, and they're making more money. It makes sense that Tom Faulkner was a counterintelligence officer because the man literally said 2 words and has already subconsciously tricked you into ordering the most expensive thing on the menu that makes him the most money. So the branding of Waffle House is both simple and brilliant, and the rest of the business model matches that to a T. Okay, all Waffle Houses are like virtually identical. They're very small. They only seat like 30 people, and you can actually see the cook making you your food. Now, at a glance, you're just like, oh, they're just going for that like 1950s drive-through type of a vibe, which they are, but there's way more to it than that. Because the restaurant is so small, the kitchen never has the opportunity to get bogged down, meaning that they're moving tables very, very quickly. So instead of having 1 kitchen and 100 customers, you've got 1 kitchen and 30 customers, and you can just turn those tables over 3 times faster, which pretty much guarantees that every customer is going to get exactly what they wanted. Okay, they're not going in there for 5-star dining. They're going in there because they're hungry and they want breakfast, and now they're going to get breakfast really quick in a small setting that doesn't feel like a packed restaurant where they have to wait in line to be seated. And I know what you're thinking. What if...
When I worked at NASA, I ate at Waffle House, I want to say 5 or 6 times a week. Just off I go. Breakfast, good, done, off to work.
Setting that doesn't feel like a packed restaurant where they have to wait in line to be seated. And I know what you're thinking. What if one Waffle House just reaches its maximum capacity, right? What if it's just completely full with a line out the door 24/7 every day of the year? Waffle House surely would build a bigger Waffle House, right? No, we're gonna take the same parking lot, and right next to that first Waffle House, we're gonna build a second fucking Waffle House, okay? The plan is working, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. Which is one of those things that seems dumb.
There was 3 of them.
First Waffle House, right? No, we're gonna take the same parking lot, and right next to that first Waffle House.
What are these comments? Waffle House and ATL taking over for the 99 and the 2000. These folks got the block sewed up in ATL. You know, one of them the good Waffle House. But which one is the good Waffle House?
We're gonna build a second fucking Waffle House, okay? The plan is working, and if it's not broke,
there are
don't
3
fix it.
Waffle Houses there.
That seems dumb, but is actually brilliant. So obviously, speed is key to this business model, and they've done themselves a big favor with their menu because their menu is overwhelmingly.
One moment, there is something going on outside. That's concerning that the front camera is the one that's not working. We were just at the good part. There were 3 Waffle Houses next to each other. Is it storming? Okay, it's storming. I actually don't know if we're going to make it through the whole stream, okay? Also, why is it only storming on one half of the house? Huh. Anyways. Waffle House things.
Simple business model, and they've done themselves a big favor with their menu because their menu is overwhelmingly simple, okay? It's literally one side of one piece of paper. Okay, the entire menu is comprised of like 10 things. They have waffles, sausage, bacon, ham, eggs, toast, biscuits, gravy, butter, and syrup. Guess how many flavors of syrup they have? One. It's fucking syrup-flavored syrup. The entire menu is simple, exactly how it's supposed to be. Oh, sorry, they have hash browns too. Sorry, 11 things, not 10. Anyways, moving on. Another reason they do so good is they actually might be the best fast food chain when it comes to taking care of their employees. They pay them higher than average, they have super flexible schedules, and they're one of, if not the only fast food chain that actually offers all their employees healthcare and dental insurance. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, but really, how good are they actually treating the Waffle House employees? I got the one stat that's everything you need to know, okay? Waffle House treats their employees so well that employees are willing to commute into a natural disaster to work at a different Waffle House when the occasion arises. Yeah, Waffle House is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and they fucking mean it, okay? Whenever there's like a hurricane coming or some type of impending natural disaster, Waffle House organizes what they call a jump team, a bunch of Waffle House employees from a different region that's gonna be unaffected because they know that their local employees are gonna be busy taking care of their own family and their own houses during a hurricane, so they bring in teams from outside the region to work inside of a natural fucking disaster, and they're willing to do it.
I never said thank you. And you'll never have to.
Okay, McDonald's can barely get their employees to show up on a good day, and Waffle House has...
That... I knew that they stayed open through natural disasters. I never really thought about how. The jump team thing is wild and impressive, and holy smokes does it sell you on working there. That they treat you well enough to do that. That you'd be interested in doing that. Holy smokes. I mean, I liked them just because it was a nice place to eat. The people were always friendly, and, as he said, the food is great. But I just thought the disaster thing really from the meme, but and of course the alert. But okay, yeah. There's not a lot of jobs in any industry where you will sit there and go, yeah, I'll go work in a hurricane for you. That's fine. My paycheck's worth that much.
Okay, McDonald's can barely get their employees to show up on a good day, and Waffle House has employees volunteering to commute into a fucking hurricane to make breakfast. And this is the most impressive part of the business because Waffle House has the best logistics and preparedness of any company I've ever seen ever. The only entity that beats them in logistical capacity is the United States military. Waffle House is literally ready for absolute...
For those who don't know the military stats, the United States military is capable of putting a Burger King anywhere in the world in 24 hours. That is an actual statistic. The United States can put a Burger King to feed soldiers anywhere in the world within 24 hours. The United States military is not a military in the traditional sense. It is functionally a giant logistics company that dabbles in combat. There are dozens of logistics personnel to every single soldier. We're going to use a World War II stat because that's the only one I can remember. The United States had 18 people working in logistics for every one soldier. I think it was the British military that had 8. And the Japanese military that had 1. There are multiple stories going around. The Rommel one's the most famous, but there's a whole bunch of them that go around about how German officers and soldiers understood that they were not going to win the war when they were capturing American soldiers with cake and snacks from home Another comment was that the Japanese were scrounging for edible weeds, and the United States had an entire fleet dedicated to moving ice cream, which is a true thing. We had entire cargo ships, a whole fleet of cargo ships, who's spread throughout all of our logistics train, whose only job was to haul ice cream because it was the treat for soldiers to keep the morale up. It's wild what the United States military's logistical capability is compared to pretty much anything else. So the fact that he is comparing Waffle House to that, again, Waffle House Index, I could believe it, but it's still such a wild and impressive comparison when you actually realize what it means.
Preparedness of any company I've ever seen ever. The only entity that beats them in logistical capacity is the United States military. Waffle House is literally ready for absolutely anything. Every single Waffle House has the playbook inside of it that details exactly how the staff is supposed to handle literally any type of emergency or situation that could possibly arise. And if for some reason the situation comes across that isn't in that playbook, after it happens, they immediately add it to the playbook. It covers tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, a hole in the roof from a branch falling, a car driving into the restaurant. You can drive a car into Waffle House and they're still planning on staying open. The playbook even has detailed plans for every type of disaster for what the local employees, while they're not working, should go home and do to make sure that their house and their family are safe as well. Every single Waffle House has a backup generator. The stovetop, it runs on propane, and they have a bunch of extra propane tanks on hand. Flashlights, candles, batteries, backup water. They have a special menu of what they're able to serve when the water is out and they're running on reserve water. When a Waffle House location is going to be in a disaster area, that Waffle House stocks up on extra food, and then all of the neighboring locations in the unaffected area also stock up and stage food there to get them more food when they need it. If Waffle House is a standing structure, those motherfuckers are serving breakfast come hell or high water.
I'm not leaving.
As stated, I know of at least one Waffle House that was not a standing structure and was still open for business at regular hours, aka all the time. I think we've all just learned that in the event of a natural disaster, go to the Waffle House.
Sure, those motherfuckers are serving breakfast come hell or high water.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!
Waffle House is so good at this that FEMA uses them to gauge how bad natural disasters really are.
Here it is.
FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, literally uses the Waffle House Index to gauge how bad a agency.
Let's have a good look at that. The Waffle House Index. I told you it was real. Look at that. A little concerned about the internal use only marking there. Yep.
Literally uses the Waffle House Index to gauge how bad a disaster is. Okay, green, Waffle House is running as normal. Yellow, Waffle House is using the backup generator or having to use an altered menu. Red, Waffle House is closed. People are probably already fucking dead by that point. Waffle House is literally the Terminator of the fast food industry, okay? The fact that the federal government, probably the most powerful entity on the planet, maybe ever, looks at a chain of restaurants and is like, man, if Waffle House is closed, we need to mobilize the National Guard is fucking crazy. Now, maybe you guys are thinking the same thing I was at this point in my research, and I'm like, man, I need to invest in this company. I need to see if I can open up my own Waffle House franchise. This company's awesome. And this is where the bad news comes in. I mean, technically you can franchise a Waffle House, but most of us probably can't. The company is privately owned. It's not on the stock market. It's still owned by the families of the original two founders. And
that
while
is
they do
awesome.
allow franchises, they are super picky about who they let buy in to have a franchise, and they make it very, very expensive to buy in to make sure this is actually what you want. And while that is unfortunate, I think it's actually kind of awesome. It's a company that actually has morals and cares about their image more than they care about next quarter's profits, okay? It's a company that has committed themselves to making breakfast under any circumstances, and they're gonna see that through till the very end, even though they could probably make way more money by just selling franchises and letting whoever the fuck throw up a Waffle House. And now for the fairy tale ending.
People have talked about how there will be two things still standing at the end of the world. Cockroaches and Twinkies. I think there are now three things that will be standing at the end of the world. Cockroaches, Twinkies, and Waffle House.
Selling franchises and letting whoever the fuck throw up a Waffle House. And now for the fairy tale ending, Joe and Tom worked together as best friends for 62 years to build Waffle House into what it is today. They both passed away at the ages of 97 and 98, and now Waffle House and their legacy lives on as that company is still being operated by their kids, and that is the American dream. Get together with one of your best friends, pick a goal, even if it's something as simple as serving breakfast to people, and never let anything get in between you and achieving your goal, even hurricanes and floods and natural disasters, apparently. Work with your best buddy for 62 years straight, and then die together and hand it off to your kids. In conclusion, Waffle House is the most American company ever, and that's why I love it. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
That was seriously impressive.
Just two homies that dedicated their life to serving my drunk ass breakfast at 3 a.m. I'm gonna get teary-eyed next time I go to a Waffle House.
That is really, really darn impressive. Yeah, I wish there was a Waffle House near where I lived. Because I do miss that food. That is really impressive. And I love that family owned. No, you don't understand. We are the breakfast royalty. Period. Because that's what they are at this point then. Yeah, they are the kingdom of breakfast. That was really cool. I don't know what was going to happen in that video. There's a lot in there I did not expect. Coming from someone that likes Waffle House. So that's really, really cool. That's awesome. There is your chat link for the video everywhere. Yeah, that is Fat Electrician talking about the absolute unbridled insanity and awesomeness of Waffle House, apparently. Calling it the Roman Colosseum of the South, actually, okay, yeah, I'll believe it then. Because it's just an unstoppable force. Yeah, I was thinking when he was talking about the index it being red, it's like, if the index is red, the second wave of nuclear bombs is coming in. It's only yellow on the first one. Red is when the second one's coming. Holy smokes. Is there anything we should save for later? I'll look over it later. I know about this, but we may throw that video up on the list of things to do because I have not seen his video. Alright, let's get Minish Cap going. Mr. Electrician, that was awesome. Thank you for educating us about Waffle House. I have learned things. Thanks for the lemon kitty. It started us back here. Oh, darn it. Heart. Thank you. Really? I couldn't remember. I had to check. Thank you. Yep. I think we need to go this way. I can't remember what I need to make sure stays open for while I'm in Minish mode. No! Why would you do that? Stop that. Can't remember. Was there... No. The pots are there to keep me down. Never mind. I'm so glad they gave us the roll. Ever so slightly increased movement speed. That's not what I meant to hit. The switch has already been hit. Stop that. There we go. Oh, that's a one-way. Darn it! Ah! Why? Why is... Give me another heart. Thank you. That's why they have the reset. Oh. Or I can just do that. Never mind. Oh. Oh! Oh. All of that for a single small key. You can use the roll as a dodge. That's very cool. Also very cool. Less cool. Yay, 30 instead of 10. Aha! Mine. Well, that looks like jumping down into a mini-boss, doesn't it? Not my greatest, but it works. We got the Cane of Pocky. This mystical rod has the power to flip things over. Use it to charge up energy in holes, then flip up on out of it. Okay. Hereby declared the spatula. Hey kid, why don't you take that cane of Pocky and fire it at that hole? I mean, you never know. Well, it specifically said what will happen if you do that. Teleportarium! Thank you. Yes, it is appropriate we got a spatula item the night we did Waffle House. Is that a small key door that we got? It was. Alright, let's leave it on the default and see what happens. Ow. As an interesting mechanic, I don't think I've seen that specific execution in other Zelda games. Got ya. Really? Make me drag it all the way over. Ah! What are the stones used for? Which stones? What did you grind at picking up? They're for the... They're for one of the matching mini games that it's like, this is boring and semi-pointless. You need them for 100%, but I'm not going for 100%. So I'm not super excited about doing them. Interesting. What? There may be rewards, but I'm not anticipating a lot. Come on. Thank you. I may be in trouble. Just got through. Alright, before we do the hopping game, so we can hop over there, but that's one way. So this is the only way we can go. Oh, come on. I don't know where I'm going with this one. Oh, I guess I'm going over here. Nope, too low, too low. Wait, no, there we go. Oh, this is gonna be a whole thing. It's just enough to get the boomerang. It also means I now have a full wallet and will not benefit from any others I find. I probably need a portal back. Oh, but then I have to do the whole thing back out in order to spend my money in order to have room. Ah. Stop it! Oh, wait, hold on. Not you. I want the map. Oh, we beat the temple. We just have the final fight. Never mind. That's the whole temple. Never mind. I thought there was more temple. We're done. Haha. Cool. I need bombs. Boss and then go spend money. Bombs, please. Ow. Ow. Please. Thank you. Oh, that's a lot of fire. Okay. Yeah, that was a cool boss. That was a good boss. I like that boss. That was a good mechanic. It felt like a unique boss. The lair played into it. It wasn't just running around in a room. Well, I mean, it was a lot of running around the room, but like the room had proper obstacles. Good boss. Thank you. That was hot. It was so hot I thought my fibers would catch fire. Ah, but it's over now. I suppose we should go back and speak to Malari. Oh, that was fast work, but not so fast I didn't finish your sword. Here, take a look. I call this blade the White Sword. Get the White Sword. Its beautiful white blade sparkles with light. You can put away your grandfather's sword. Once you infuse it with the power of the elements, it will become a sacred blade. The Forest Elder no doubt told you this part, but if you want to infuse the sword, you must go to the Elemental Sanctuary. The Sanctuary is a strange realm trapped between two worlds. It is the bridge between the Minish world and the human world. The door to the Sanctuary opens only once every 100 years. You'll find the door hidden within Hyrule Castle. Once the blade has been filled with the power of the four elements, you should be able to break the curse on your princess. I know you can do it. After all, you made short work of that human mind. Let me tell you about a shortcut you can use to get down from the mountain. Find it right in front of the entrance to the mine you just explored. Just follow that, you'll be down in no time. Good luck. Come on. Poke? Poke? No poke? Okay. I thought I got a poke. Well, now we have the spatula, so we should be able to open up a bunch of new places. I don't know why I'm gathering money, I can't. Alright, first thing we're doing is going to the store. Alright. Can buy bombshells, and this is what I need. Well, you are a big spender, aren't you? Thank you. That big bomb bag is a real bargain at 600 rupees. Well, I cannot store 600 rupees, so... I didn't know if there was something down here, but I thought, hey, it's a well. They tend to have things in these games. Never mind, I can't do anything about it. Should I look alright? I never know what to wear to formal occasions. I still miss the old Hyrule Castle theme. Oh, Zaya, you have returned. Welcome. Did you gather the elements? Oh, a sanctuary, say? Why, I've heard of no such thing in my castle. A sanctuary. You know, I do recall a story my grandmother once told me long ago. She said she saw a doorway appear in a palace courtyard as a child. This door does indeed open only once a century. It may be open even now. It's just the Picori themselves. The door is visible only to the eyes of a child. Might have walked past it recently and never known it was there. I don't know what's down here, but I'm having a look. The answer is nothing! Right, we're gonna play this game with the guards again. Alright, is there a way in from the castle? No, the answer appears to be no. Oh, never mind. I'm looking in the wrong place. So, look. See how that doorway glows? Could that be the door that leads to the sanctuary? Nobody in the castle seems able to see it, but you and me. Let's go, quickly. I stand corrected. It is not time to play with the guards yet. So this is the elemental sanctuary then. This is where we can infuse your blade with the power of the elements. Yes, there seems to be a pedestal for your sword right there in the middle. Powers of earth and fire elements have infused your blade. Let's see, if I can't read the tablet for you, fill your sword with power and walk over the gleaming tile. Perhaps it refers to those flashing spots on the floor around you. Well, what are you waiting for as I try it? Yep, here's the power I thought it was. Oh, you just split in two, so this is the power of the white sword. Guess you can double yourself like that anytime you see those panels. Interesting, you're the last person I expected to see here. And just as I was wondering who could be behind this, I find my old master. Vati! And as always, you are dressed in the shabbiest of rags. My curses are not to be mocked. What I cast on you is most powerful. No matter what power you wield, you will never break it. You haven't changed in the slightest. I should never have created that cap, only fueled your insane desires. Fool, a hat that grants the wishes of its wearer is a spectacular creation. Thanks to you, I have gone from being a meek, minuscule nothing to the greatest sorcerer alive. You cannot stop me now, and I have you to thank for it. Accept this small gesture of gratitude from me. Vati, wait! Foul Vati, what could he be scheming now? Zai, I feel I owe you an explanation for what has happened. You see, Vati and I are both Minish. I was once a famous sage and a renowned Minish craftsman. Vati was only a boy when I took him on as my apprentice, but he became enchanted by the wickedness in the hearts of men. One day, Vati took a hat I made for the humans, my pride and joy. It granted the wishes of its wearer. He put it on without permission. Vati, what are you doing here? Oh, what a vile form you've taken. Vile, I am a sorcerer now, and my power is beyond compare. No longer will I tire away as your apprentice. Now all shall call me master. Why, Vati? What are you plotting? This year, on the day that comes but once a century, the portal opens. When it does, I shall claim the light force as my own. I will be transformed, perfect, and there will be none who can stop me. Ah! Ha 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 ha. Tell me, how does it feel, my sorcerer's curse? You see, Eslo, I am truly your master now, and you cannot stop me. With that, I must be leaving. You know the legends, of course, the gifts the Picori gave the humans. What you call the Picori Blade was the first of those gifts, the second, well, you call it the Light Force, but it is a source of limitless magical power. If Vati were to get it now, it would be devastating. I came to the world of men hoping to stop Vati, and I met you in the woods, but it seems we won't be breaking the curse on me anytime soon. However, with the Sacred Blade, we can certainly restore Princess Zelda. I'm sorry, all that has happened has been due to my own pride, my folly. I must rely on you, on your power, until we've put an end to Vati. Well, Zai, enough fairy tales. We must search for the next element. Ooh, wait a minute. Think, once again, everything in this kingdom is my problem. Can't I get one nice life in childhood? Right, I can only do 2 at the moment. And that needs the masks knocked off first. But we should be able to do a couple around the village still. That's right, even some human objects have portals to the Minish world. Those Minish may not look like much, but they are quite crafty. What a nice smell. I like those red hats the forest Minish wear. Because blue hat's the town Minish wear. Minish city life would be exciting. Everyone here is so refined. Of course, Minish, I've come for a visit. Okay. That's a thing. It is very cute. There was anyone back there? Oh well, guess not. How odd. Egad, I knew there was someone here. When did you find your way back here? Serious for employees only. That is the same me and me alone. Yes, welcome. Please feel free to browse. I don't get it. What am I supposed to do here? Is this just so I can... What am I supposed to do here? Cafe is so busy, you can hear all sorts of stuff from all the people. Heard it's not hard to get stepped on when there's so many people here. Peep, one of the Minish, Peep! I'm not like my brothers, I won't chase you around and peck you, Peep Peep. Not only that, I also have some good info for you. Somewhere in Hyrule, there's a great fairy who helps honest adventurers. If you see her, answer her every question truthfully, Peep. Oh, it's Mr. Right. I can't grow to get up there. Hey, do you know the clues that reveal the location of the treasure? Cross the bridge that spans the rapid flow, through the land of the fearsome beast until you reach the Misty Falls. The treasure sleeps on the other side of the secret entrance there. Say it's a magical tool that allows even little people to push big things. For a legend, you're supposed to start from this house. So, bridge, spans rapid flow, fearsome beast, misty falls. Hey, Rippy! Okay. Assuming that's the bridge to cross. Now, fearsome beasts. It's gonna be the cat, isn't it? Maybe it isn't a cat. Yep, he also gets catfished by a hippo in Link's Awakening. Bread Wheaton makes his got to be the best bread in Hyrule. Sometimes I stick off with a little nibble of leftover bread. What a wonderful smell. Just love bread. Well, that helped refresh some of my spent rupees. That was worth it. All right. So, if we assume the cat here is the fearsome beast. Falls, 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 falls. I don't know what I'm doing here. That is apparently what I'm doing here. The well is my best case for Misty Falls, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do here besides drown. I'm gonna go back to the beginning and look for the instructions. Cross the bridge that spans a rapid flow. Through the land of the fearsome beast. till you reach the Misty Falls. Treasure sleeps on the other side of a secret entrance there. There's only one bridge that I can cross. There's also only one bridge, period. This. Through the land of the fearsome beast. I assumed it was the cat. Could just be stuff in general. Oh! It's up there! How do I get up there? Okay, so I have to be able to get up here. I need to be able to do Minish things here. There's a gap there. Is there another opening? If I can get up there. Oh, I wouldn't be able to pass this anyways. Am I not supposed to be able to do this yet? I collect those mysterious shells you've seen scattered all over the place. If you bring those shells to me, I'll trade you these figurines I've made. Oh, is that a mysterious shell? I've got an offer I'd like to make you. What do you say? Trade it for a chance at winning a figurine. Too bad, come back here and change your mind now. Aha! Stop, I'm a skilled carpenter. I'm looking for a challenge. I wonder. Hold it, no. Need that. Please jump on. Boss might seem rough, but he's real softy at heart. Aha! Can't do vine things. Problem is, I need to be able to push these in order to start it. Which means I need the item that I can't get in order to do this. Here, can you let me up? Could you just pick me up and put me up there? Yeah, that's this Minish here. That's what I'm trying to get, is the item to be able to get that. Hey, do you know the clues that reveal the location of the treasure? Cross the bridge that spans a rapid flow through the land of the fearsome beasts until you reach the Misty Falls. The treasure sleeps on the other side of the secret entrance there. They say it's a magical tool that allows even little people to push big things. According to legend, you're supposed to start from this house. Oh. I will take guidance, please. Cast guidance upon me. Cross the bridge. Okay. Ah. I am indeed up. I cannot get past this road. You're on after that, great. Well, so far we have at least gotten a piece of heart. Problem is I can't get past the dirt path. Right, I gotta flip the pot over first. Well, I appreciate you at least getting me a piece of heart. No, I want to go in. interesting. Why do you know that they're not open yet? Let me in. Okay. Bird, shut up. Bird, shut up. Nothing interesting up that chimney. What chimney? Already did this. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I can get into this house as a Minish unless I cross the... Well, we're gonna find out. Let's try. Nope, I can't get in unless I can find a way to extinguish that chimney. No worries. Let me think. What? Working backwards. It's got to come from either this side or there. No, it has to come from there. Yeah, the vine goes down to where I need to go, unfortunately. I'll show you. I can't show you this way. I hate these puzzles that are like, in order to solve this puzzle, you need the item that the puzzle gives you. Let's see, here's the vine. You'd go through there, you'd get on the vine, you'd go down and around, and presumably this hole is where I want to be. Okay? Why is nothing new open? Looks like you can get there via the house to the north. We need to extinguish the fire to use the chimney to get... I don't know how to extinguish the fire! Please. Bottle of water. I'm stupid. I am stupid. Ah! You see that cat looking at me? I know it wants a piece of me. Cat, that really startled me. Everything's scary when you're small. I don't know what I'm doing here. They're all in trouble when up to is the voice of we are. I don't know what I'm actually doing here though. Probably. Alright. So, none of that stuff opens up. It's like they give you the ability to wander and pick up a piece of heart and nothing else. Do you have anything new for me? I mean, I have a ton of way to deal with pots already, but thanks, I guess. He said it works on boulders, so let's see if he's lying or not. Really? Yay, I think. I mean, I can still deal with rocks just by picking them up and throwing them. See, that's why they're terrible for treasure chests. Because you can also get them randomly. I don't know. We should probably check for more techniques, actually. That's a good point. Come again when you learn to run like the wind. Answer is no. Heart! Yeah, it's... We can break rocks, but not cracked hearts. Don't you love the logic in these games? This does me no good. That does me less than no good. Oh, so where did Dad go this time? I leave for just a few minutes and he locks up the ranch and takes off. Oh, she's standing in front of it, isn't she? She is. This is a time when I wish that there was a little bit more realism in the games. We could just say, hey, can you step to the side? I promise I have a good reason. That's a really dumb way to roadblock. We started at the link to talk in this one, right? We did. Also gonna take a break and switch games in a sec, but just look around. Welcome to the adventurous spring. I have need of many rupees. Please throw all of yours into the spring. Really? You know that? If you do this, you will have absolutely no rupees, right? You really want to throw them all in? Yes. You are most kind. I do not really need your rupees. I must reward such a kind adventurer with some of my power. You got a big wallet! Now you can carry more rupees! May light shine on your quest. I did not know that was up here, but yay, thank you. I want to try one last place before we end, if I can remember where it is. I don't think I'm in the right spot. Oh, maybe I'm in the right spot, because it was covered with those guys. This is not where I thought it was. Never mind. That might be it. Where's the guy doing the kinstone pieces? I don't remember, and I think I'm gonna call it. Alright, we're taking a break. And then on to copyright problems. Because YouTube doesn't implement copyright correctly. Or legally. No, there was a Minish who wanted to trade, but we couldn't because we didn't have any pieces. Ah. Alright, I will be back shortly. All right, give me a sec to do my reposts, and then off we go. And yeah, I'm not kidding. I've got some people that are happily copyright claiming all the Chrono Trigger stuff that happens. And it's because YouTube's copyright system is completely and utterly broken. According to the law, in order to file a copyright claim, you must file a DMCA file claim, a proper DMCA file claim. One that is actually perjury if you file it against something that you do not actually have a claim on. Legally, it is perjury. You could be charged with perjury for filing a false DMCA. That is what is supposed to happen. That is not what YouTube does. The reason that there's always stories about people abusing the YouTube copyright claim system is because this is how it works. I go into my creator account and I find a video that I want to claim and I hit claim. And that's it. It's done. I've claimed that video. And then the person who uploaded the video get there and say, no, this is legal. And in order to do that, they then submit a written form saying, no, this is mine, you cannot claim it. This is fair use, or this isn't yours at all, or whatever. No, you don't even need to provide your real name. You don't need to expose yourself to perjury or anything. You just need to file the thing. Then, hold on, no, let me go through the whole thing. Let me go through the whole thing step by step. The file claim button is just a button. You can choose to set the area in the video, but generally speaking, it's just a this is mine. Then the creator who uploaded the thing fills out a no, this is why this isn't yours. And then as the person making the false copyright claim, I hit yes or no. Yes, it's yours. No, it's still mine. Then the creator has to fill out a document exposing their real name, address, and so on and so forth, unless they do like me and have a lawyer do it. I have a lawyer who will do it, so I will not be doxxed. And once you have exposed your real name and address, or your law firm, to the person who made the false copyright claim, only then are they required to decide if they're filing a real DMCA and exposing them to perjury or not. And there was an issue that happened, I think it was just last year, where someone was trying to muscle in on all their competition. And the way that they were doing this was by filing false copyright claims on YouTube, forcing people to that stage of exposing their legal information, and then not filing the DMCA and sending a message that basically said, you will play my game, you will play by my rules. They weren't actually making a game. They were just, you will do what I want you to do, or I will dox you with this information that I made you give me. The reason that YouTube hasn't changed this is the same reason why YouTube is very quick to protect wealthy creators. If they allow this to happen to a wealthy creator, any wealthy creator, then that wealthy creator will not only go after the person that filed the false claim, they will have reason to go after YouTube for not implementing the copyright claim system legally. As long as the only people that suffer under the system are the ones who can't sue YouTube, don't have the money to go through that drawn out legal process, then YouTube doesn't have to deal with it. This is why creators that are otherwise not politically advantageous to put up with that are on the platform are still protected. And whenever, like Twitter complaints start to pile up, YouTube will quickly take care of it. Because if they don't, and one of these wealthy creators like Asmongold or whoever decides, nope, I'm taking this to courts, they have the resources to drag YouTube in and stick them in front of a copyright law judge and say, all right, now please explain to everyone why you aren't actually following the law. Because the law says to file a DMCA claim, you must file it via the DMCA system. That is perjury if you do this against something you don't own or have rights to. And so every time I play Chrono Trigger, I get a claim on it. Now, I'm not monetized yet, so it doesn't matter. When I get monetized, I will have to decide if I'm sending an email off to my lawyer and saying, hey, I need you to file all these videos for me, thanks. Or if I'm just going to remove the Chrono Trigger sections because I don't feel like paying my lawyer for it. But I have a lawyer who will do it for me, which as a VTuber is kind of important because the whole point of the VTubing is the privacy. So if it really ever comes down to that, I'm lucky enough that I have a job that includes a law retainer as part of our group benefits as employees, that I can just go to this law firm and say, here, do this. And their head office isn't even in my home state. And so it will be coming from there. But that doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of creators way bigger than me that do not have this benefit. And YouTube does not help anyone because they provide automatic recommendations, which, if they implemented this lawfully, it would be fine. But since they don't, if I wanted to abuse the system, it would be really, really easy to do so. I actually have videos from Asmongold in my, hey, this might be yours category in my copyright management page. I could copyright Asmongold. I could hit him right now if I wanted to. Now, he can just call YouTube and say, nope, make this person go away. But it would be interesting if I did that and forced him to court and went to him and said, hey, I'm gonna lose this. Here's why I did it. I want you to drag YouTube into this and make them fix the copyright system because you are the only person that can do this. However, the expense required in it would probably be beyond. I would still absolutely end up having to pay, and I don't think that I could. Not against him, but it would be interesting to try it. But like I said, he has the ability to just call YouTube and tell them to make me go away, so there's no point in even trying. But it would be interesting to see someone decide, nope, YouTube is letting me do this, but I'm going to war anyways. I don't understand what that did. But yeah, it's absolutely broken system. So you might be interested in carrying the legal fees to make YouTube play nice. Maybe. How it would be interesting. But like I said, that groups like that big creators, anyone with resources, tend to be well protected by YouTube in order to actively discourage them from wanting to do that. So, since ACLU is well protected by YouTube's own system, they could very well decide it's not worth carrying those fees without a greater cause. I don't know what I did. Fine, we'll fight this guy. Guys. Right, needs more MP. Yeah, that's been part of the reason why it's like I really don't want to play this game, is just dealing with that every time I do. I'm surprised these guys aren't dead yet. But something will be done eventually when should I ever actually get monetized. Like I said, the easy thing to do is to just cut out the Chrono Trigger videos on YouTube, because on Rumble and Odyssey, they actually make you file real DMCA claims. Okay. And the alternative is, like I said, to just... Oops. Is to just contact my lawyers and say, look, deal with this for me, please. Well, you had no idea someone had decided to make a false library of the entire soundtrack. Specifically for stealing content from people who played this game. Do you not realize, were it not for the existence of the creatures, the planet would be at peace? And yet you struggle to fight for what? Am I not supposed to be here yet? This feels like a march to the final boss. Well, I mean, if it's a march to the final boss, I could also just fight the boss now. Rippy, you're the one that knows what's going on. Moment. Should be fine? Alright. Well, we're gonna find out. Free elixirs are good. I don't know how long this is gonna take, so... Right, I should be hasting her first, because she casts more hastes. Alright, that was significantly less work than I thought it was going to be. I still don't know what these are for. Oh. Okay. Gonna risk doing a haste on her, then I'm gonna do cure all, then I'm gonna do more hastes. Wow, that scam site has paid a lot of people. No, wait, hold on. Where's my heal everyone? No? No heal everyone? Right, it's the group thing. It's with Chrono that I have the heal all. I am not carrying very many elixirs. I don't know what you're talking about. That looks like a button. Well, if it is, you can't push it. Can I not just fight you? Alright, you can just ignore me. That's fine. I am fine with being ignored. Why didn't I haste her up? Yeah. Yeah, I want as many elixirs as possible because if we get another long haul dungeon, not when I checked. Oh, that is. Yay. Never mind, I was wrong. Yay. Anyways, if we get another long haul dungeon, I'm gonna want the elixirs for recharges. What is happening? Energy pods beside locked doors must be charged before such doors will open. Energize first in the pod to your left and then enter the pod. Okay. Conveyor belt to the right can be reversed by means of switch located in room beyond. The sentinels protecting the figurines move to thwart the progress of any you approach. Consequently, allowing two sentinels to face one another will cause both to short circuit. In the unfortunate event this should occur, please deposit the disabled sentinels in the room upstairs. 2 figurines on this floor are required for those desiring an audience with Mother Brain. Do not remove them without permission. How do I leave? How do I leave? I don't know what pods are being talked about here. Alright, sure. $50,000, okay. No? That would have been interesting. What pod? Are you talking about these? Nothing happens. Ah, sure, fine, whatever. Alright, where do we have things left? We have him, which we don't have a sentinel to do anything with. That one, right. Please hit it. Is this a one-time use thing? Okay, good. You can still follow us. I was worried about that. I was worried that thing wouldn't be able to follow us. Come on. I think that's everything. Not quite. Just give me all the items. I was gonna say elixirs, but they're not just giving me elixirs. Now I think that's everything, because I think I went in every other door. Nope, I meant to save and stuff first. Welcome home, Prometheus. Atropos? Yes, it's been some time, hasn't it? Come and join me. There's no need to pretend you're on their side anymore. Pretend? Hee hee, unlike the other R-Series units, Prometheus was given a special task. To live with humans and study them as a species. No. It's no lie. Tell them, Prometheus. Step aside now, Prometheus. We'll eliminate these humans and go see Mother. What are you doing, Prometheus? I will not allow you to hurt them. You have been damaged then. They must have tampered with you. I'll destroy them, and then I can fix you. Tropos, you have changed. You're not the robot I knew before. No, I've been upgraded. Mother remade me to eliminate humans more efficiently. Step aside, Prometheus. Still not sure what the R66Y is supposed to be. Prometheus! Please wait. Stand back and leave this to me. Atropos. Prometheus! Oh. There we go, that's what I needed. Now I just robo-tackle her. She is faster than me, which I do not like. I think my next move will be a heal, though. I really should have thought to save first. I thought it would be behind the bars. Hi. Prometheus, it's been some time, hasn't it? Atropos? I'm damaged. What happened? Atropos! My memory banks. I must have, yes, when Mother overwrote my old programs. I backed up my memory. I'm sorry, Prometheus. Atropos. I want you to have this. You can plug it into your circuits, please. Take care of it. Goodbye, Prometheus. Atropos' ribbon raises the speed by 3 and magic defense by 10. Oh, so it's the ribbon that she... That's a very callous thing to be looking at, the ribbon that... Wait, no, first, hold on. Shelter first, then save. Thanks. Also, I did, okay. Listen well, flawed and fragile flesh spawn. Lavos children will one day turn to the stars to seek out new planets, new sources of sustenance. When that day comes, this planet will have its chance to heal, so long as there are no humans to interfere. We robots will establish a new world order, a unified nation of steel and pure logic, a utopia free of sadness and suffering. Evolution has chosen us. We are the seeds of the next generation. Your species is obsolete. Cease your foolish struggle and surrender yourself to the fate of all failed creations. Obtained 15 grand, sure. What's going on in this place? I have to do something. I will stop the machines. I don't understand what that was. It's no use. There are multiple layers of protection. Destroying the mother brain mainframe is our only hope. Okay. Okay. I need to buy more shelters. I guess it's probably best to just attack him directly than get too fancy. Though, if this is the final entrance, which it looks like it might be, I might be going back and using another shelter already. Hold on. I keep forgetting doors are poorly marked here. That was worth a shot. Oh! Okay. So, you managed to reach me. I am the mother brain of this RY series factory. Come, Prometheus, allow me to restore your logic. I'll reset your circuitry and clear your cache of memories. Then we can dispose of those filthy humans together. Don't remember being particularly tricky, so I'm gonna die 8 times, right? I must apologize. I cannot permit you to do that. My memories are too valuable to be deallocated, and so are my friends. You would betray me to side with these humans. You would turn against all of robot kind. Humans have taught me a great deal. Chrono, Marl, Luca, Frog, and Isla. Not what's his name, though. I want to see the future that they bring about. Oh ho ho. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, don't make me laugh, Prometheus. There is no future for the humans. I'll show you just how little hope you have. Okay. Oh. Alrighty. That's a thing. I guess we're gonna do something about those first. Wait, can I steal from those? Did I just... Okay, I might have... I might have lost a theft option already. Yeah, with that scale of healing, they kind of have to, you kind of have to be attackable, otherwise it is actually unwinnable. Okay, so I'm probably just missing an elixir then. Never mind, that was not particularly impressive. What just happened? How did... What just happened? How'd they go from all HP to no HP? And where'd my heal go? Well, I guess that's it for this try. What the heck was that? Ooh, wait a minute. Does he just automatically have the bow? Alright, putting the helmet on Marl so that she cannot be stopped healing this time. Alright, remember to charm the screen first. Also, if I can put statuses on her, that would be great. I don't think I can out DPS that. The screen heals. Even with the haste. You don't have anything that does status stuff. We're just gonna... Please get infused. Confused would be appreciated. Oh, I thought that I got a... Oh, I did get a haste off on him. She mentioned Dino Tail's power is based on how her Isla is. If she's suffering, Dino might be worth over triple kick. Well... she's not too hurt at the moment. And I was trying to figure out a good way to inflict statuses on her, but don't really have very many status things. Alright, now she's been disabled. Good. Looks like these two are going to be focused on healing while Isla does other stuff. Oh, right. Right before we heal her. That was actually stupid. Okay. Thank you. Would you stop? Don't die, don't die. Okay, that's not good. Maybe I will try leaving one of the screens on when she does, like, no damage. Well, that's it. Alright, guess we're trying with the screen on. Come on. Thank you. There's nothing to give it gratitude, okay? Can I confuse the screen? I can! Ish. I've confused the screen and it stopped healing. Yes! So we left the screen live, but it didn't actually. Yes! Okay, yeah, with one screen is way better. Prometheus. Why? Gain Tetron arm and Crisis arm. All factory operations have been permanently taken offline. None of the machines here will ever be reactivated. Alright, let us continue. Alright, so we took care of that. I completely forgot what else we're doing. So we're going back to the end of the time to figure it out. Black Omen, Strauss Time, seeking to summon Lavos yet again. This is fun. After you decide when and where you face Lavos, however, do not think you stand alone. I have had glimpses, albeit vague, of events, people, and places that will empower you. A forest brought back to life by the sheer determination of a woman in the Middle Ages. The fortress of one of Magus's 3 former generals, also in the Middle Ages. Prehistoric stone that will shine with the light of the ages of the world. The rest the spirit of a proud knight slain by Magus in the Middle Ages and lingering even in the present. An object of legend in the Middle Ages. It sparkles like a rainbow. Speak to your companions. Some among you may well know the figures behind the events which I have seen. Borrow the might of all these lives throughout the ages. Let their strength become your own, for only then can you hope to defeat the enemy you face. Such is the power required should you wish to change the future. I'll remain here, bear witness. Alright. Which era had the best store? Because I need some items again. Crisis arm is interesting. As minimal attack while you are healthy. If you are below 20%, attack is over 400. Neat, but not what I'm looking for. Tetra armor is considered better in most cases. Hold on. Well, I kind of want to switch back to Chrono as our... sort of our core team. But good to know. But which era had the best items to buy? Because I need to make sure I'm stocked up on stuff, especially shelters. Since I burned through a lot. pick you up too. I think antiquity, if the store in the village is still there. Thank you. Okay, that's that. So I think it's this way. I am wrong. I don't know where it is. We're just gonna fly in big circles till we find another island. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it is I am this lagged out, but there is a question that I am just this cursed. I don't know what to tell you either. Is it every platform? I have the money, might as well. So least laggy. I'm sorry, dude. I have no idea what's going on with that. I don't know why it insists on being that way. There we go. Giving your money, feel free to splurge. Doing the factory first has the benefit of making you really rich, clearly. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Which means I'm actually walking away with more money than I had when I came in spite buying a bunch of stuff. But I still think we're probably good, because that leaves us with 30 mid-ethers, 30 regular ethers, 30 shelters, 23 Athenian waters, which I theoretically won't need to be using a lot because I have a reviver, 30 panaceas, 40 high potions, 41 mid potions, and no regular potions, which I really don't think I need to be buying regular potions anymore. Maybe I'll buy a couple more regular ethers because they're cheap. Okay. Now I shouldn't ever have to worry about MP, at least for the next little bits. Alright, it sounds like we're going to the Middle Ages. I'm gonna assume that's the dungeon. I assume that's the minions tower that we were told about. Hi, mysterious tower. All right. Let's have a quick look. We're almost done for the night, so let's have a quick look around first. What is that? Sunken desert? Also, I think I need to talk to these people? Husband Marco is finally home from the war. Oh, I'm so relieved. Worry not, my love. We won't be parted again. They're absolutely going to be parted again. The monsters in the desert cave fear water. They seem vulnerable to it, but the greatest of them, water or no, I could not hope to slay that beast on my own. Yeah, I'm gonna just have a quick look around the villages since we're almost done for tonight. This armor, I can join the fight against the Fiend Lord. So heavy. Afraid my brother will hurt himself. Go to the sunken desert, take frog. Noted. Strange monster came here drinking not long past. Mumbling about Queen Lean and this and Masamune that. Here was an ugly frog man. And I thought the hero one of our own. How disappointing. Dad has been working hard lately. He just may have learned his lesson. Slimy Frogman bested Magus? I'd have gone and slew the fiend myself if I'd known it was that easy. Yeah, you have fun with that. Listen to him. And who does he think was going around bragging to everyone he'd raised the hero? Letting myself get all swept up when I should have been looking out for my boy. Well, from now on, I'll make sure both of our feet stand the ground for his dear departed mom's sake. Worry not, he's my grandson. He won't let a little thing like this spell the end of his great deeds. He told me already. His next goal is to become the legendary Sea Captain Bluebeard. I don't think his hair is blue enough for that. Gonna be taught as bride one day. Not spice jerky you're carrying? Now you part with it for Have a good night, Blue Kitty. Should I sell it for the money or should I give it away? Free. Julia, thank you. I thought kindness and sharing gone from this world altogether. I'll teach my children from your example. There are greater things in life than money. Wait then, I best start cooking. The boxes beside the bed have been down through the family. Oh! Right, there are boxes here, which means... You don't know why, but free. Right. If I go... I think. Where are the boxes? Because that's not the boxes, is it? You got them already? Are you sure? Oh, I guess there's nothing here, so... Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I open these. White vest. Right, they disappear. Okay, that's why I couldn't find them. I gave you free spice jerky. I probably screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah, we are at the end, so I'm going to actually save and call that here. I'm gonna be calling that here. Mirror's family and the president is immensely stingy. By giving the jerky for free, you make them generous, which is important elsewhere. Okay. Well, we'll have to remember that for next time since I've already closed it. Thank you, though. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. In spite all my constant complaining and whining. I will see you all in the next stream this upcoming Casual Friday. I hope you all have a great week. Stay safe, and I will see you next time. The chest, the D-Live chest. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my gosh. How many times have we forgotten the D-Live chest? Holy crap, thank you. That's actually really important. All right. Oh, we've forgotten the D-Live chest a lot. 62.3 lemons available for the taking. I am hitting distribute rewards now. I am so sorry about that. Enjoy the lemons. Thank you for the lemon, Rippy. Man, oh, Blue Kitty. I wish I had encouraged Blue Kitty to stick around for just a little bit longer. Several weeks plus, of course, the lemons that were given out as part of the big lemon donation. Thank you again. Holy crap, what? Rippy is walking away with the bag. Holy crap. Congratulations. Congratulations, Rippy. Enjoy the lemons. And thank you for the ice cream. Yeah, that is gonna be it from me. Now I really don't have anything else. Thank you very much. I hope you all have a good one again. See you this upcoming Casual Friday. Be safe, and I will see you in the next stream.